Hello, Blizzard fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another Daily Blizzard upload. This is a game between our friend Tang and Whayex on Coda LE. Now, Tang posted yet another replay pack on the subreddit All Things Zerg, and I asked if I could cast them, and he said he's really excited about it, so here we go. In the top left of Coda LE, we have our hero Tang, the Red Zerg. And at the bottom right of Coda, we have the enemy, the blue Protoss Whayex, or Whayex. I'm not quite sure how to say that. I'm going to call him Whayex from now on, though. So we'll have to see. Again, I really like Tang's style just because he is very aggressive. He does not sit back. He does not let the Protoss do whatever they want. And instead, he is very much interested in getting up in the face of the Protoss and smashing him. So that is pretty much what I expect to see in this game. We'll have to see what he does in that production tab. As usual, I speed up the games a little bit here in the early going just because watching probes and drones being made is not the most exciting thing to see. And to be honest, when I watch Starcraft 2 casts, sometimes I'll fast forward through that point just to get through it a little bit sooner. So Whayex goes ahead and makes the gateway, going to be a gateway expand play most likely, which is safe. It is safer against aggressive Zergs like Tang. I wonder if Whayex knows what he's going against here, but here comes the scouting probe. Says, is there a 15 hatch here? And no, there is not. Instead, there is gas. There is a single spawning pool, which has to tell him we're probably going to see some aggression. I need to wall off as soon as humanly possible. And here is, yes, there is the wall with the cyber core. Probably going to get a zealot out here to block this off as soon as he can as well. So what is Tang up to? He usually takes a base by now, but there we go. Here come the Lings to clear this guy out, and then he'll go ahead and take a base is my guess. Yep, get out of here, probe. No one likes your style. And then the worker comes out, and he's going to go ahead and take that base. There we go. Walling up a little bit here as well as Whayex. So yeah, he's definitely interested in doing not even a 1-gate expand, really. It's like a 3-gate cyber expand. Here comes some workers. Bam, the wall off comes just in time. Oh, as well as the sentry able to get that up to save that pylon from going down. Is there enough DPS to get through this wall? And no, I don't think there is. Not with the mothership core overhead. Let me slow down here. Sorry about that. The Zergling's going to town on pretty much anything. A little bit better micro here would be good to see from Tang. Attacking these gateways does nothing for him. He needs to take down the weak points, which are these pylons. But instead, he's just kind of hanging out here at the top. Just kind of waiting to see what he's going to do. We have actually pulled all gas off at this point. We are making workers. So the attack there by Tang wasn't quite enough to get through, unfortunately. And we'll have to see how he decides to follow that one up. We'll have to see what is next here, though. If we look at the production tab, we do see a Stargate coming up. So it's going to be a Stargate play, maybe some Phoenix, maybe some Void Rays, but either way, just kind of scouting out are the Zerglings of Tang, trying to see if there's a 3rd base coming up at all for the Protoss player. A 2-base Protoss is much different from a 3-base Protoss, and so that's something that Tang knows. And especially with that attack not really doing much at all, Tang has to realize that maybe a 2-base attack and follow-up would be really dangerous for him, and so he needs to know if it's going to be a 2-base or a 3-base. Mothership core raining down upon these Zerglings, says, get out of my house. This is the lockdown airlock. I'm going to build a base here eventually, so you go away. So Tang says, alright, he is in Grandmaster, so he is up against some pretty good Protoss players. These might be some higher quality games than we saw in the previous replay pack, especially since we did see some placement matches there. But popping on up is the Evolution Chamber, pop, I say, as well as a Roach Warren and a Lair. So we are going to see some Roaches. We are taking 2 of the gas at the natural, 1 of the gas here at the main. Inject. Do it, Queen, inject. Come on, Tang. There we go. There's the inject. A little bit late, but how much energy is here? 11. Nah, he's doing fine. Much, much better than I would do under the circumstances. So here we are, just kind of doing a good job with the Lings, checking spots, making sure nothing crazy is happening, expands are happening that he is unaware of. They could be a little bit more active. I think he could be sending out the Zerglings looking for proxy pylons or whatnot, but here comes the Oracle. Is there anything to defend against this whatsoever? And the answer is no. There is a Queen, but like we said in the last game, Queens are not great against Oracles. They do kill them, but it takes a long time, and here we go, going against the drones. 1 drone, 2 drone, 3 drones, 4 drones. 4 drones might have been enough to pay for the Oracle. Let's see if he can swing around and get some more kills over here if he wants to do that. No, he's just going to hang out. And yeah, he was out of energy, so well played by him. Getting those 4 kills and getting out of there was pretty much the right choice. Spore Crawlers going up in the lines, though. Was it enough? He's 51 to 38 Harvesters. So Tang has been macroing like a beast here. He is on 2 base, but he has a whole lot of workers. Probably too many for how many bases he has. Oracle comes scouting in again. Does he have more kills than just the 4? Where is he? Stop running around. He just still has the 4 kills. Oh, running right past this queen, too. Almost dies, but not quite. Sentries coming out to tickle away this Overlord to prevent him from pooping on that potential base. This guy's doing the same thing, though. It's going to take a while for the Protoss to take that 3rd base, and that's good because Tang is just getting his 3rd base. And again, you want to be 1 base up. Oh, here come the scouting lings. No, these are attacking lings. They're going to get right up in here, try to get some probe kills. 1 probe kill. Is there enough for 2? Oh, no, there's not. Good control there by Whayex. He does manage to get his probes in conjunction to kill every single one of those Zerglings. They do lose one of their brethren, but it could have been so much worse. You didn't even really get a scout off with these Lings either, so here we come, though. Some sentries and stalkers and an oracle, and what this attack going to be like is the question. I don't know how long this game is. I did not look. This could be a game ender for Tang, or it could be something that he holds off and comes back to win. We'll have to see. He is making another evolution chamber for those upgrades. He does have roaches and hydras, but just not many that yet. I mean, he has a fairly large group of roaches and hydras, I guess, but good force fields could be enough to deal with this, and vision going down on every single one of those units. Good force fields trapping those roaches. The roaches say, alright, fine, you're going to get me away from my buddies. I'm going to take down as many of these sentries as I can, which happens to be 1. Man, force fields just really turn the tides in these battles every single time that I see them. More reinforcements coming in, but they're getting hit by these zealots. And boy, this Protoss force is right at the front door. There's really not much at all to defend for our Zerg player. What's going to happen? He needs reinforcements, and he needs them now. Got to take out these zealots, pulling drones off the line to defend at the same time. We do force field off the main to prevent reinforcements from coming in from the main. Yes, there you can see those roaches unable to join in the battle. The drones actually doing a pretty good job here, defending fairly well. But I think this is enough roaches now, and a Hydra as well, to force this back. Pretty much going to wait for the Zealots to come in and then actually come back up the ramp. We'll have to see how this works. It's down to 32 Harvesters for Tang. He is not very happy about that at all. His economy is in shambles. Got to get that forward pylon before it finishes, before units warp in, and yes, he does manage to get it. There's still a pylon here and here, but they're a little bit farther away. We'll have to see what Whayex is going to do to follow this up. It's a bit of an unorthodox push, I would have to say. And roaches and hydras trying to take down stalkers. They do manage to get 1 stalker, a lot of zealots up here to absorb damage and do damage to the front lines as well, forcing the stutter step micro from Tang back and forth, up and down. You got to get all your roaches in on this battle, Tang. Here we go. Yes, more roaches coming out now. Doing a good job with the +1 upgrade versus the +1 upgrade of the Protoss, matching that. That's really important here to keep him alive in the face of so much pressure. Boy, a lot of Zergling blood, a lot of Protoss blood here on this ground. You can't really see the blue stuff, but trust me, there's a lot of red stuff that you can see there. Is he going to make workers is the question. As we go back to the production tab, no, he's pretty much just making roaches, just making hydras with the money that he has coming in. He is down 32 to 41 harvesters as it a 2-base Protoss, though, which means if he can hold this off, he's going to be in a good position. It's just it's really hard to hold it off. Getting the sandwich. Yeah, here we go. Roaches in the front, roaches in the back. How are we going to do against this is the question. Pulling a drone pretty much to die, but the stalkers, I think there are too many of them. He didn't quite get the sandwich that he wanted. The roaches here are forced to deal with those zealots before coming into battle to deal with these hydras, and not much micro here from Whayex in a straight up battle. These stalkers don't do fantastic against Roach Hydra, but man, more and more units coming in, warping in, being made back and forth. This is a non-stop action-filled match so far. I'm very excited to be casting it. Here come the roaches, here come the hydras, and again, the hydras are pretty much the key here. Roaches are good against stalkers, but not that good against stalkers. The hydras are able to stay in the back with their extra damage, with their extra range, with their +2 attack, and pretty much deal the damage we need to deal with these stalkers and these zealots. So, do they catch this roach as he tries to join his friends? Yes, they do. Gonna try to get in here and kill this third. That would be very useful for him, but instead turns around, tries to snipe down yet another roach, another hydra in production, 4 more roaches in production. Transfuse going down on one of those roaches, a good target for that queen. We need to expand. Is Whayex going to expand is the question. I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so like a 7 gate basically. 7 gate on the back of a quick Oracle Harass. Interesting build here from Whayex. Don't think I've seen it very much, but here we are. Roaches, hydras at the front. Those +2 upgrades, very, very good. Exciting to see those do their job. Roach at the back pretty much being ignored, except every once in a while a shot goes back on him. And I feel like Tang actually might survive this. I mean, depending on how he does here, taking down yet more and more Stalkers. Stalkers being killed. The attack's extra effective because of that +2 that Tang has taken the time to research. Zealots coming in here trying to snipe down those Hydras as best they can, but some good micro by Tang means the Hydras are still alive, which is big for our Zerg player. Can they take down this pylon without losing all the units is the question. Stalkers are fast and very, very annoying. You'll notice they're kiting back and forth, causing the Zerg players not to know what to do. Trying to snipe in and hit the warping in Stalkers. That's a pretty good choice. They're a little bit weaker. They have less hit points, but it looks like the Zerg forces here will get completely cleaned up. But the important thing here is that Tang forced the fight away from his front door. You don't want the Protoss sitting here if you're a Zerg player. It is so difficult to deal with. The Protoss player is actually producing nothing right now. What is he up to? There we go. Another couple Stalkers warping in. Roaches and Hydras. Roaches and Hydras all day. Is he getting any more upgrades? No, he just wants that +2 upgrade. He's going to try to fight at the top of this ramp. I actually lied. He came down the ramp. A bit of some micro action here. Coming in, trying to snipe down that Stalker, not quite able to do it. 3 Hydras coming in, and with this many Roaches and that many Hydras, might be enough actually to keep Tang alive, at least for the short term. Is there a third base, though? No third base at all from our Protoss player. He wants to win with this 2-base attack, and he wants to win today. He has no interest in expanding whatsoever, because he has a lot of units able to warp in off of those 7 gates. Roaches and Hydras, though, pretty good against gateway units. Hydras in the back doing tons of damage to these Stalkers, crushing them down, crushing through their shields, crushing through their health. Yeah, I mean, Stalkers going down 1, 2, 3. Almost every single volley seems to kill a Stalker from our Zerg player. More warping in, but the Hydras getting in close to snipe those down immediately. More and more Hydras. The Stalker ball does get completely cleaned up. Are the forward pylons going to go down? It doesn't matter because Whayex calls the GG. Wow. Really intense action there for Tang. His initial attack did nothing at all. He macroed up as best he could, made a whole bunch of Roaches and Hydras, got them +2, and defended, and that was it. So, excellent game there from Tang. Pretty action-packed. That Grandmaster stuff can be difficult to hold, but he did a good job with it. So this has been Falcon Paladin. Thank you for watching. This has been yet another Daily Blizzard upload. If you like what you saw there, tell a friend to watch. I mean, it's pretty fun. If they enjoy this game, I'm pretty sure they'll be entertained by what I have to offer. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, this has been Falcon Paladin, and you take care of yourself.